Let me ask you something. Are your complaints just a long list of problems to be solved, or are they a potential goldmine of business intelligence? Today, we're going to explore how to turn your firm's complaints data from a regulatory headache into, well, your most valuable source of insight. Let's dive in. This whole approach comes from the folks at Compliance Consultant, who are absolute specialists in UK FCA regulation. Their mission is simple, but, it's incredibly powerful: making compliance work. They're all about helping firms manage regulatory risk, and a huge piece of that puzzle is getting complaints right. But let's be honest for a second. Does this whole process feel broken in your firm? You're generating the reports, you're having the meetings, but are you actually making any real progress? Let's talk about the common signs that your system just isn't working the way it should. This is really the big question, isn't it? Is your management information, your MI, actually doing its job? Or has it just become another box-ticking exercise that eats up time and resources without delivering any real tangible value? So here's a classic sign that your process is stalling out. A report lands on your desk, and under root cause, it just says human error. But come on, human error is never the real root cause, is it? That's where the investigation should begin, not where it ends. Or how about this? Your MI shows all the complaint volumes and the uphold rates. You take it to the board, they nod, maybe they ask a question or two, and then nothing really changes. The report gets filed, but it doesn't actually spark any meaningful action. Sound familiar? And that leads to maybe the most frustrating part of all. You feel like you're stuck on a hamster wheel. The same kinds of complaints about the same underlying issues keep popping up in your data month after month. You log remediation actions, but the problems, they never really go away. Okay, so this isn't just about operational frustration. This cycle of inaction creates some pretty significant regulatory risk. And that's where the problem gets a whole lot bigger. Picture this. This is the scenario that keeps compliance officers awake at night. The regulator comes knocking, and they ask you to demonstrate good customer outcomes. And suddenly, you're scrambling, trying to piece together the evidence. Your complaints data should be your best friend here, but instead, it feels like a liability. And we're not talking about some vague risk. This is tied to specific hard and fast regulations. You've got DISP, which says you have to identify and fix systemic problems, not just one-off complaints. You've got consumer duty, which demands you use this data as actual evidence of good outcomes. And then there's SMCR, which makes senior managers personally accountable when these things go wrong. The stakes really couldn't be higher. So the big question is, how do you break the cycle? Well, you have to move from just treating the symptoms to making an accurate diagnosis. And for that, you need the right tools. And this is exactly where a compliance consultant brings in their specialist persona, the compliance doctor. Think about it. It's about applying expert diagnostic skills to your firm's overall compliance health. And the first place to look is always your complaints data. The end goal here is to create what's called actionable intelligence. And that's not just another buzzword. It means creating a clear, data-driven story that doesn't just tell you what happened, but explains why it happened. And, most importantly, tells you exactly what you need to do to fix it for good. So what does a tool for proper diagnosis actually look like? Let's take a quick peek inside their complaints, root cause analysis, and MI reporting template. First thing you need to know, this is a seriously comprehensive solution. We're talking about a 25-plus page toolkit that's been specifically designed to overhaul your entire complaints analysis and reporting process right from the ground up. At the very heart of it is a structured framework for genuine analysis, like the 5 Whys methodology. This is how you finally get past human error. You start with that surface-level problem, and you just keep asking why, digging deeper and deeper, until you get past the obvious answers and uncover the real systemic root cause. Now, this is where things get really interesting. The toolkit comes with a really sophisticated 9-category root cause taxonomy. So this goes way, way beyond just human error. It gives you detailed codes for issues tied to process, to people, to systems, to communication, you name it. It lets you pinpoint with incredible accuracy where things are actually going wrong. And it's not just about the analysis. It's about creating reports that actually drive action. The toolkit gives you templates that are tailored for every single level of your business, from the people on the front line all the way up to the boardroom. It's got everything from an action tracker to a governance framework that's mapped directly to SMCR. It really is a complete, end-to-end system. All right, so if you're sitting there nodding along, feeling like we've just described your last quarter at work, here's how you can actually move forward and break out of that cycle. The first, and honestly the most important step, is a change in mindset. You have to stop treating complaints as just fires that need to be put out, or as problems to be logged and filed away. Instead, you have to start seeing them for what they truly are: a free, direct, and completely unfiltered source of insight into your customer's real experience. Honestly, they are the best diagnostic tool you have for improving your business. You can get this entire 25-plus page toolkit for just £149. It's an instant download and it comes in a fully editable format, which means you can tailor it to your firm's exact needs, like right away. So to finally transform your complaints process and start building real, actionable intelligence, get in touch with Compliance Consultant, the home of the compliance doctor. You can give them a call directly or just use the link on your screen to book a discovery call. The question really isn't if you should fix your complaints analysis, it's how quickly can you get started.